Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn Web Coding. My name is Durgesh Sahani. In the last episode, we understood what we are building and how Laravel, Inertia, React and MySQL work together. In this episode, we will set up the actual project. We will create the database, install the Laravel React Starter Kit, fix the database connection, run migrations, build the front end, and open the starter app in the browser. First, we create the MySQL database for this course. The database name is Ecommerce Admin Panel and the MySQL user on this machine is learnWebCoding. Now we run this command. It creates the database if it does not already exist. So the Laravel project has a database ready when we connect it. Next, we create the Laravel project. The React option installs the Inertia React Starter Kit. Database equals MySQL sets MySQL as the database driver. Pest selects the test framework, no boost keeps the setup focused, and no interaction avoids extra installer questions. During installation, Laravel asks which extra authentication features we want. The starter kit already includes register and login pages. So for this setup video, we leave the optional extras unselected and press enter. On my system, the installer can try to run migrations before we update .env. If you see an access denied error for the root MySQL user with no password, that is okay for now. The project files are still created, and we will fix the database credentials in the next step. Now the project folder is ready. This is one Laravel application with React inside the resources folder. It is not a separate backend and front-end setup like the REST API series. Next, we move inside Ecommerce admin panel. From this point, the Laravel commands should run from inside this project folder. Now we open .env and correct the database values. Because we use database equals MySQL. The connection is already MySQL, but the generated username can still be root with no password. Here we keep the connection as MySQL, use Ecommerce admin panel as the database name, change the username to learnWebCoding and add the local MySQL password for this machine. Now we add the migration command. This is the important verification step because it proves Laravel can connect to MySQL using the updated .env values. Let us run migrations now. This time it should use the learnWebCoding user and create the starter tables in the Ecommerce admin panel database. Let us quickly inspect a few generated files so the structure is clear. Composer.json controls PHP dependencies and Laravel scripts. Package.json controls JavaScript dependencies and front-end scripts. The starter kit already installs the packages, so we do not need a separate npm install step in this episode. Routesweb.php is where browser routes begin. In an Inertia app, Laravel receives the request and returns an Inertia page instead of a traditional blade-only page. The React pages live inside resources/JavaScript. In future episodes, we will create admin pages here and pass data from Laravel into React. Before opening the browser, we build the front-end assets. This confirms that the React, Inertia, TypeScript, and White setup can compile. Now we run npm run build. If this command succeeds, the front-end setup is healthy. Finally, composer run dev starts the Laravel server and the White development server together, which is the normal development flow for this starter kit. Now we start the development servers and keep this terminal running. Once Laravel and White are ready, we can open the app in the browser. Now we open the Laravel app in the browser. If the starter page loads, Laravel, Inertia, React, White, and MySQL are connected correctly. Quick recap. We created the database, installed the Laravel Inertia React starter project, fixed .env, ran migrations, checked key files, built assets, and opened the starter app. In the next video, we will design the e-commerce database and create migrations and models for categories and products. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, share it with other developers. If you have any questions, write them in the comments and subscribe to Learn Web Coding for future updates.